right, guys, it's back to business. Business as usual. This train only moves forward, and we're going to keep on rolling. It's a new day, and I've got a story for you. I don't know if I lost his email or not. I'll have to see. But if anybody can contact News Now Ohio, you might want to pass this story on to News Now Ohio, or he might watch this video. This is really kind of for him because it's his area. Officer uses taser on 11-year-old girl. A Cincinnati police officer used a taser on an 11-year-old girl suspected of stealing from a Kroger on Monday, according to police. Vice Mayor Christopher Smitherman was quoted as saying, "There needs to be a complete investigation. It's hard to understand why an 11-year-old would be tased. I expect answers in 24 hours." The Cincinnati officer was off duty and working security at the Spring Grove Village Kroger in Cincinnati. The officer was investigating several young girls accused of stealing from the store. The officer approached the 11-year-old girl, but she ignored the officer and continued to walk away, according to police. The officer struck her in the back with a taser. She was arrested on charges of theft and obstructing official business. After being taken to Cincinnati's Children's Hospital Medical Center, the girl was released to the custody of a parent. Police Chief Elliot Isaac has opened an investigation, and he was quoted as saying, "We are extremely concerned when force is used by one of our officers on a child of this age. As a result, we will be taking a very thorough review of our policies as it relates to using force in juveniles, as well as the propriety of the officer's actions." Now, the officer's name was not released so far. The girl will appear in Hamilton County Juvenile Court, but no court date at this time is readily available. Okay, as always, I will link the whole news story in the description box below. You can click that link, read the whole story for yourself. But at this time, I do want to get your opinions on what you've heard here in the description box below. I understand that, I've given you the facts as the Cincinnati media there gave them to us. But there are a couple of things that are questionable here. One, an 11-year-old girl walking away from a full-grown police officer tased in the back while walking away. It's one of the things that's questionable. The other thing is the police chief saying we're going to relook at our policies and relook at the officer's actions. Does anyone have, and this is kind of gray, but I'm just going to ask it. Does anyone have an opinion or a thought that maybe that's a way of justifying it? Like, well, the officer, followed policy. The person was getting away from him, resisting arrest. Does anyone think that that's going to come out of it? I know I'm asking a hypothetical, situational question, but let's chew on this a little bit. News Now Ukaipa, keeping you guys informed. As always,